Okay, just starting off, we're gonna go ahead and check that sun visor, make sure everything's secure, no damage, no cracks, nothing hanging off, no obstructions. We're gonna move down to the windshield, make sure everything's secure, no damage, no cracks or any obstructions of view. Make sure that windshield wiper is visibly secure. We'll go ahead and check that inside after when we're in the cab. Start off with the coolant, make sure it's secure, no damage, no cracks, no leaks. Make sure that the levels are sufficient, the cap is secure, as well as no leaks. Gonna go head over to my air intake, make sure all my hose clamps are secure, no damage, no cracks, any leaks on any of the hoses whatsoever. Then I'm gonna just jump over to my rad here, make sure there's no damage, no cracks, no leaks whatsoever. Hop into my fan, make sure my engine fan is secure, no damage or any cracks on the fan itself. Gonna go jump over to my belts here, make sure all my belts are secure, no damage, any cracks, make sure that the tension is sufficient. Jump over to my alternator, make sure that's all secure, no damage, any cracks, not loose. Just gonna check the side of my engine block here, make sure there's no damage, any cracks or any leaks whatsoever. Move over to my frame here, make sure it's nice and straight, no damage, cracks or any twists or bends. Then we're gonna just move over to the suspension here. My shocks are secure, no damage, no cracks, any leaks. My leaf springs are secure, no damage, any cracks. U-bolts are secure, no damage, no cracks. And we're going to move over to the brake components here, all secure, no damage, no cracks. Inside of the rim, no damage, no cracks. Inside of the wheel well, no damage, no bulges, no cracks. Sufficient tire tread. Your tire tread should have a little bit more than that one. Check that tire pressure. Tire pressure is good. Going to go check the sidewall here, make sure there's no damage, no bulges or cracks. You're going to go ahead and make sure that the rim is secure, no damage or any cracks. You're going to want to go ahead and check the lug nuts. Make sure that you touch every single lug nut. Going to go ahead and check the hub here. No damage, any cracks, any leaks. The levels are sufficient. And then you're going to go ahead and mention the valve stem is secured, centered, as well as capped. Okay, now after you finish the tire, you're going to go ahead and walk yourself over to the front of your hood there. On the passenger side, make sure there's no damage, any cracks, any obstructions whatsoever. You're just going to want to go ahead and touch your bumper. Make sure that sucker is secure. Going to step over to the top of my hood now. Just make sure there's no damage, any obstructions, any cracks, or any debris hanging off. We're going to hop under here. We're going to go ahead and make sure that this bumper is nice and secure. Going to just go ahead and make sure there's no debris or any damages to my front grille here or the front of my engine bay. Excellent. Now it is nice to just go ahead and take a step back and make sure none of your axles are leaking and there's no obstructions underneath your vehicle. So we're just going to hop over to this side of the hood here. Same situation, make sure there's no damage, any cracks, any obstructions that would prevent you from seeing. Just go ahead and make sure that your bumper is secure. And that should be the front. Okay, moving over to this side of the engine bay here, we're going to recheck the sun visor. It's secure, no damage, no cracks, nothing hanging off or any obstructions. The windshield is secure, no damage, no cracks, any obstructions. Windshield wiper is secure. Gonna head over to my air intake here. Everything is secure, no damage, no cracks, any leaks along the hose here. My clamps are secure. Just gonna go ahead and double check the radiator here. Make sure there's no damage, no cracks or any leaks on the radiator on this side. We're gonna go ahead and check the fan on this side. Make sure there's no cracks, any damage that we can see. Check the belts here. Make sure there's no cracks, any damage, as well as that there's sufficient tension. I'm just going to move over to my oil dipstick here. The cap is secured. There is sufficient levels. Over here to my oil cap, it's secured. No damage, as well as it is not leaking. We're just going to go ahead and take a look at the side of the engine bay here. No damage, no cracks or any leaks whatsoever. Over here to my electronics, everything is secured, no damage, nothing hanging off. Over here to these bits of electronics, everything's secured, no damage. Of course, my airlines, everything's secure, no damage or any leaks. Gonna go ahead and, we say when I did the test, a steering component, so my steering components are secure. My steering box secure, no damage, any cracks or any leaks. We're just gonna go ahead and check the frame on this side, make sure everything's secure, no damage. Windshield wiper fluid secure, capped, as no leaking, as well as there is sufficient levels in that. Over here to the suspension, we're just gonna want to check those shocks, no damage, no cracks, no leaks. Everything is secure. My leaf spring secure, no damage, no cracks. Everything is secure. U-bolts are secure, no damage or any cracks. My steering components here are secure, no damage, any cracks. My castle bolt is secure with a cotter pin. Very important to mention that. Now we're just going to move over to my brake components here. Brake pod is secure. All of the brake components are secure. No damage, any cracks or any leaks. Inside my rim here is secure. No damage, no cracks or any leaks. My inside of my tire here is secure. No damage, no bulges, no cracks. My tire tread is sufficient. Gonna go ahead and check that tire pressure. Good. My sidewall is secure, no damage, no bulges or any cracks. Gonna go ahead and check that rim, make sure there's no damage, any cracks. Go ahead and check every lug nut, make sure they are secure. Gonna go ahead and check the hub here, make sure there's no damage, cracks or any leaks, as well as there is sufficient levels. My valve stem is centered as well as capped. Excellent. Okay, now just moving over to the side of the box here. We're going to want to start with the side of the cab. You're going to want to check the door over, make sure there's no damage, any obstructions. Your mirror is secure, no damage, any obstructions. The window is secure, no damage, any obstructions or any cracks. You're going to want to physically grab your grab bar and show that is secure. Give your heat shield a tap and make sure that's nice and secure. Exhaust is a little hot when you get there, so maybe don't do a complete grab, but give it a little tap, make sure that that's secure. Go head over to my tanks here. Def tank is secured, no damage, any cracks or any leaks. My cap is secure, no cracks or any leaks. Over here to my diesel tank, gonna make sure there's no damage, any cracks, any leaks from this tank here. All of my straps are secure. Then the cap is secure, no damage, no cracks or any leaks. So you're just going to want to physically go ahead and touch or put your foot on the footsteps. Make sure those are nice and secure. And we're going to move to the back of the cab here. Make sure you mention that there's no damage, any cracks, any obstructions on that rear window there. No debris hanging from your back of your cab. I want to mention that your airbag is secure, no damage, no cracks or any leaks. Drive shaft is secure, no damage, any cracks or leaks. All of your components are secure with no damage, any cracks. And you might just want to mention that your frame is secure and not damaged on these parts that you can see here. Okay, we're just going to move over to the box now here. You're just going to want to show the front of your box is secure, no damage, no cracks, no lines or any obstructions, nothing hanging off. Then you're just going to move over to the side of your box here. Mention that your light is secure. There's no damages whatsoever. And then you're just going to want to grab your ladder, show that that's secure, no damages. And then you're just going to want to show the side of your box here and make sure that there's no damage, no debris, anything hanging off. We're going to head over here to the controls. Just double check that there's no damage, any cracks, any leaks whatsoever. Then we're going to hop over here to the side of the box here again. Just, of course, just re-show that there's no damage, any cracks, any debris hanging off. Go ahead and check your mounting bracket there. Very important. And then from here, we're just going to double check that the frame is secure, no damage, no warping or any cracks. So then we're just going to go ahead and check that suspension hanger there. That's secure, no damage or any cracks. We're gonna hop back here. So Gonna double check that airbag, secure, no damage, no cracks or any leaks. My leaf spring here, secure, no damage, any cracks, no leaks, no cracks or any damage. My shock here, secure, no damage, no cracks, any leaks. My U-bolt is secure. U-bolts secure. Gonna go ahead and mention my rim here is secure, no damage, no cracks. The inner side of my wheel here secure, no damage, no bulges or any cracks. You're gonna want to mention inside of your dualies there's no obstructions, as well as that there's no cracks or any bulges on the inner tires. Rims are secure, no damages or any cracks. You're just going to check the tread on both these tires. Make sure you don't forget your hammer. We're just going to go ahead and check that tire pressure. Amazing. Sidewall here, secure, no damage, no cracks or any bulges. We're going to take a look at the rim here. It's secure, no damage, no cracks or any bulges. You're just going to want to go ahead and touch all of these lug nuts. Make sure they're secure. You even just touched that first one you did, so you know you did them all. It's my little trick. Gonna go ahead and check my hub here, make sure there's no damage, any cracks or any leaks whatsoever. Check those nuts too, always good. And there is sufficient levels. And don't forget, your valve stem is secured, as well as centered and capped. Okay, back at the side of my box here, we're just gonna make sure that there's no damages, no cracks or anything along the side of my box, no obstructions, nothing hanging off. And then we're gonna go ahead and take a look at these sets of tires. Now, what I would suggest to do right quick, just to get it out of the way, mention that your frame is secure, there's no bends or any damages, and your mounting brackets are secure. Excellent. Now, pretty repetitive here. We're gonna go ahead and take a look at that suspension hanger again. No damages, any cracks, nothing hanging off. Jump back in here. Airbag is secure, no damage, any cracks or any leaks whatsoever. My leaf spring is secured, no damage, any cracks. My shock is secured, no damage, no cracks or any leaks. Gonna go ahead and check my U-bolts here. These guys are secured. Sorry, let me get a better view. There we are. U-bolts are secured, no damage, any cracks. Gonna go ahead and check the inner side of my rim here. No damage, no cracks whatsoever. Goodness. And then we're gonna check my inner walls of my wheels here. Make sure there's no bulges, any cracks. My dualies, make sure there's no obstructions, any bulges or any cracks. Go ahead and check that tire tread. Gonna go ahead, check that tire pressure. Good to go. Now we're just gonna go ahead and check this sidewall again. Make sure no bulges, any cracks. This rim, secure, no damage, no bulges, any cracks. Gonna go ahead and test every lug nut. And then we're gonna go ahead and check the hub here. Feel those lug nuts, make sure they're nice and secure. Mention that it is secure, no damage, no leaks, as well as it does have sufficient levels. My valve stem is centered as well as capped. Now, we're just going to go ahead and take a look at the back of my box here. Starting off, we're going to take a look at this, the gate arm. Make sure everything's secure, no damage. The hydraulics are secure, no damage, no cracks or any leaks coming from the lines. Excellent, no damage on my box. I'm going to go ahead and check that this gate is secure, no damage, no cracks, and it's not hanging off. And then we're just going to go ahead and repeat with this set of wheels here. Suspension hanger, secure, no damage, no cracks. Airbag is secure, no damage, no cracks or any leaks. My leaf spring is secure, no damage, no cracks or any leaks. Any cracks or damage. My shock is secure, no damage, no cracks or any leaks. My U-bolts are both secure. Inside my rim here is secure, no damage, any cracks. My sidewalls inside here are all secure, no damage, any bulges or any cracks. My dualies are secure, no bulges, no obstructions or any cracks. My tire tread is good. My sidewall is secure, no damage, no cracks or any leaks. Gonna go ahead and check my rim here. Everything's secure, no damage, no cracks or any leaks. You can go ahead and check those lugs. Make sure they're nice and secure. Then we're gonna go ahead and jump to the hub again. Check those nuts, make sure that they're nice and secure. And my hub is secure, no damage, no cracks, no leaks. There is sufficient levels. And we're gonna check that valve stem, make sure it's centered as well as capped. We're just gonna go ahead and jump to the back of my box now here. Just double check that there's no damage. Of course, your box will be clear of any debris and things like that. So let's just pretend this is a clean box. No damage, no debris, nothing hanging off. My gate there, secure, no damage, no debris, nothing hanging off. The backs of my box is all secure with just no obstructions or debris hanging off. Now it is good to just double check down this whole line here and make sure that there's no obstructions and all of your axles are secure with no leaks. Okay, back over to this side now. We're gonna go ahead and start with that gate here. Make sure it's secure, not hanging off or hanging out. Gonna make sure that that gate arm is secure, no damage, no leaks. The hydraulics are secure with no damage or any leaks. Gonna go ahead and make sure that there's no obstructions on the side of my box here. And we're jumping back to the wheels here now. So we're gonna want to make sure that that airbag is secure, no damage, no cracks or any leaks. My U-bolt, my leaf spring here, secure with no damage. My shock is secure, no damage, no cracks or any leaks. My U-bolts are both secure. Gonna check the inside of my rim here. Everything's secure with no cracks or any damage. Inside of the wheel, secure, no bulges, no cracks. Check that the dualies, no obstructions, no damage, free of any bulges or any cracks. Check that tire tread. And the tire pressure, of course. Hammer's on the other side. My sidewall is secure, no damage, no bulges or any cracks. My rim is secure, no damage, any cracks. My lug nuts are all secure. My hub is secure, no damage, no cracks, no leaks, as well as there is sufficient levels. And my valve stem is centered and capped. It's right here. Just gonna go ahead and start from this side of the box here. Just make sure there's no obstructions, no damage, no cracks or anything hanging off. Just to make it quick, we'll go ahead and just mention that light there is secure, no damage, no cracks, as well as functional. Gonna go ahead and start on the tires here. We got the airbag here, secure, no damage, no cracks or any leaks. Oh. Got the leaf spring here, secure, no damage, any cracks. Go ahead and check it all the way down. Then we're just gonna go ahead and look at the shock here. Secure, no damage, no cracks or any leaks. Gonna go ahead and check your U-bolts. Make sure those guys are secure. Inside my rim here, everything's secure. Goodness, where's the ankle? Rim is secure, no damage, no cracks or any leaks. My tire is free of any bulges, any cracks or leaks. I'm gonna go ahead and check my dualies. Make sure there's no damage, any bulges, any cracks, or any obstructions. Go ahead and check that tire tread. Make sure that's sufficient. Goodness. And we're gonna go ahead and check that tire pressure. Make sure that's good. And we're gonna check the sidewall here. Make sure it's free of any damage, any bulges, or any cracks. Gonna go ahead and check the rim here. Oh, that's so much better. Fuck. Gonna go ahead and check the side of my box here, make sure there's no damage, any cracks, anything hanging off, any debris. Gonna go ahead and check that light there, make sure that's secure, no damage as well as any cracks. Just gonna hop back into my tire here. Gonna go ahead and make sure this airbag is secure, no damage, no cracks or any leaks. My leaf spring is secure, no damages. Go ahead and check the side of my box here, make sure there's no damage, no cracks, any obstructions, any debris hanging off. We're just going to go ahead and check that light there, make sure there's no damages, no cracks, and that everything is secure. going to go ahead and mention that your airbag is secure, no damage, no cracks or any leaks. Your leaf spring here is secure, no damage, any cracks. Go ahead and check your shock. It's secure, no damage, no cracks or any leaks. Your U-bolts are secure, no damage, any cracks. Gonna go ahead and check the inside of your rim here, make sure there's no damage or any cracks. The inside of your wheel, your wheel, make sure there's no bulges, any damage or any cracks. Inside our dualies here, gonna make sure there's no obstructions, no bulges, no cracks or any damage. Rims are secure, no damage or any cracks. Gonna go ahead and check the tire tread, make sure that's sufficient. Then we're going to check the tire pressure. Tire pressure is good. Then we're going to go ahead and mention my sidewall here, secure, no damage, no bulges or any cracks. My rim is secure, no damage, any cracks. My lug nuts are secure. My hub is secure, no damage, no cracks, any leaks. My bolts are all secure, and as well as it does have sufficient levels. Valve stem is centered as well as capped. Just going to go ahead and move over here. Your suspension hanger is secure. Airbag secure, no damage, no cracks or any leaks. My leaf spring is secure, no damage or any cracks. I'm going to go ahead and make sure my shock is secure, no damage, no cracks, any leaks. My U-bolts are secure. And we're just going to go ahead and check my inside of my rim is secure, no damage, no cracks. My inside of my tires here, no bulges, no cracks, no damage. Inside my dualies, free of obstructions. Tires, no bulges, no cracks. My rims are secure, no damage or any cracks. Tires are sufficient tread. Tire pressure is good. I'm gonna go ahead and make sure that there's no damages or bulges on the sidewalls. Gonna go ahead and make sure there's no damage on your rim. Everything's secure. Make sure my lug nuts are secure. Gonna go ahead and check my hub. Make sure all my bolts are secure. My nuts. And then make sure that everything's secure. No damage, no cracks, no leaks, as well as there is sufficient levels. My valve stem is centered as well as capped. Now we're just gonna go ahead and make sure that my frame is straight, no damages whatsoever, and you're just going to check all of your mounting brackets. So we got one, goodness light. Here's one. Two. And three. Excellent. Now we're just going to go ahead and make sure that the frame is straight, no damage whatsoever. Go ahead and make sure that your auxiliary tank is secure, no damage, no cracks or any leaks. Your straps are secure. All of your lines are secure, nothing hanging off, no debris, no damage, and no leaks. Now we're just gonna hop over to this side. Pause. Now your passenger side here of your cab. Gonna go ahead and make sure that your heat shield is secure. Grab bar, nice and secure. Exhaust, nice and secure. No damage, no cracks or any leaks. Then we're just going to go ahead and take a look at our passenger door here. No damage, no cracks, no debris. Window is secure, no damage, no cracks or any obstructions. My mirror is secure, no damage, no cracks, no obstructions whatsoever. Then we're just going to go ahead and make sure our door handle functions. And then we're just going to go ahead and make sure that our steps are secure. Excellent. Make sure that your fender is secure. Now you are complete.